All right, guys, welcome back to the Play On podcast with your host, Jerry and Jesse. This is episode 51.
Yes, sir. Very lackluster weekend for matches. Um, I didn't really watch too many of them. I was kind of busy. Did not something I wanted to see. Barca game got postponed. Champions League, I think that'll be our main focus. A lot of shit happened, and we had we had a rough week, to say the least. And when it came to pick'ems, that Arsenal PSG one was fucking horrendous, fast.
Yeah, that one was there's not much I can say about it except for, Arsenal showed up, they did what they had to do. They destroyed PSV 7-1. And PSV, I'm not even like disappointed. I'm just indifferent to you now. Like I don't care what happens with you at all. You're just dead to me.
Yeah, you'd think it would like gain momentum, and I personally thought it was like the better like Netherlands side because Feyenoord faced Inter and they put up more of a fight compared to these guys. PSV just like kind of rolled over and at home too. So yeah, it looks like Arsenal's into the for the next round. So sad day.
Basically, yeah, it's not what you want to see. It's never a good day when Arsenal fans can celebrate, you know?
Jesus. But yeah, Mikel Merino project is working out. Um, they have a tough schedule ahead too. It's not going to be easy. Who do they face if they win this round? It's between.
They get us or Atletico.
mm, So they don't have it easy. They're in the tough side of the bracket too. So very tough. But yeah, we're gonna start off with pick'ems. Last week, we'll go over the results. I got
We don't have to. We don't have to, Jerry. It wasn't a good
oh,
week
I
for
got
me,
8.
and I'll,
How many matches did they won to?
I think there were like 18, 19.
8. There was like 21. So I got 8 out of 21. You got 4.
Yeah, it was not a good week for me. I was sick, and then also my hate watch did nothing panned out. It was awful. It was like a really bad week.
Yeah, it definitely was. This is like back to back for you now. Hey, it's okay. I was there too. You'll bounce back. First match, it's on tomorrow, Tuesday. It's Barcelona versus Benfica. Barcelona wins 1-0 at the what's the stadium called? The Estadio de Luz or something like that. Yeah, and they were one man down, and Barcelona ended up getting the win. Rafinha in Portugal performs.
Yeah, that was the dumbest mistake by Kubarasi, but it didn't come back to haunt them. So
Yeah, Cubarsí just he tried overplaying it. I think he could have probably tried to body him and make him uncomfortable and make him lose his touch. But again, I don't know. He tried it, didn't pan out. It sucks. But the smoke got to Chesney and that gave him like it was like a sensu bean for him. And he just had like his best performance of all time.
yeah, I think it was just youthfulness from Kubarasi because it was so early in the game that it's better to just concede a goal than to just, you know, make your team play a man down for like 80 minutes.
Yeah. But again, you live and you learn. I got flashbacks from last year against the PSG match. I'm like, this cannot be happening again. And again, Barca should have probably lost the match, but what do you think of Chesney's performance?
Uh, it was a good performance. What was it? He hasn't lost yet since he started.
Hmm.
Every game he started for Barca, I think he hasn't lost. He- We've we've seen from Szczesny at Roma and Juventus that he's a quality goalkeeper. He just got a bad rap from the English media when he was in Arsenal because he would smoke.
And
And so I feel like he's been underrated. But yeah, he's a solid keeper.
had a lifetime performance. But yeah, I got Barcelona winning that match. Jesse, who do you got?
I got Benfica. If your hay watch doesn't work, you just keep doubling down. No, that's a part of being a hay watch. It works eventually.
Next match is Bayern Munich versus Leverkusen. A huge letdown by us. Bayern Munich showed up. I don't know
Yeah,
how the fuck that happened.
like I said, it was a bad week for Haywatch because Arsenal gave out a great performance, and then Bayern decided, you know what, we can go back to being old Bayern and just completely destroyed Leverkusen 3-0.
There was also that keeper mistake where the
Yeah,
Leverkusen keeper just completely fumbled the ball and Musiala took complete advantage of that. Didn't help the situation. Then Harry Kane, his dream lives on, probably hosting a Champions League. But yeah, completely out of character. Like we said, the past couple of matches between these two have been like 1-0 wins or a tie. So I
yeah,
was not expecting a 3-0 whipping.
yeah. It was. I don't know. It's like I think it's because we mentioned that the opposite happens.
Hey, Harry Kane's gonna win the trophy.
Hope, please, hopefully it works. Hopefully it works.
It's kind of shock. But yeah, dude, do you see any way Leverkusen winning the match? Because now where are they gonna play? Are they playing in
They're
Leverkusen?
playing. Yeah, they're playing at home. But because they're gonna have to be so much more open that I feel like Bayern's gonna take advantage of it, even if they haven't proven it this season. There is still quality on the team, so unfortunately, I'm going with Bayern.
Going through?
Yeah,
What about the match in itself? You think Bayern still win the match?
yeah. I think they probably just passed through with one goal.
I have Leverkusen winning the match. I don't have them going through. I think playing against this Bayern, you're gonna play against with their strengths, which is Leroy Sané's speed, Musiala's speed, and just Harry Kane launching balls up there to the wings. So the counterattack is gonna be tough. Leverkusen's gonna have to press high up, but yeah, it's just gonna work everything against them. But yeah, it's fun. I think hopefully this is like a 2-1, 3-2 kind of game where Leverkusen win. But yeah, I don't think they go through. It's too much of a large lead.
Hey, listen, I wouldn't be mad if they get my prediction goes wrong and Leverkusen goes through with the 4-0 win. Like, you know what? Would be my happiest day.
Next match is Inter Milan versus Feyenoord. Inter Milan is up 2-1, I believe. Or is it
2-0.
2-0? 2-0.
2-0.
Yeah, they're playing in the San Siro.
Yeah, I think this is pretty straightforward. I think it's the same match as like Arsenal PSV. I think this is I don't see there's any world where Inter lose this match against Feyenoord.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough breaking that five in the back setup that they usually go with. Lautaro just completely seems in a completely different form. Thuram is also playing pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it sucks. The Netherlands clubs are choking. This is where the Italian clubs get their revenge, and I have
Well,
Inter winning this game.
yeah, same.
What were you gonna say?
Now I was gonna say it's Inter's gonna take one back for all Italian clubs with this one.
Is this the only Italian club left? Yeah, right.
Yeah, the rest got knocked out by well,
It's
two were from Arivides and then the other one was Club Brugge.
Belgian, but yeah, no, they live on and they go to the next round, in my opinion, and it looks like yours too. Another interesting matchup is Lille versus Borussia Dortmund. They're playing in France now. They ended up
Uh
1-1.
Liverpool PSG
Oh, I
for
completely
Tuesday.
passed that one.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. This
They're
is
playing it.
they're playing at Anfield.
Yeah.
And this is what I mentioned it to you yesterday. The Liverpool PSG matchup, you guys didn't see it. Watch the highlights. PSG had a billion of chances. Shout out to Allison. He had a crazy performance. But this is karma striking back for PSG because they faced Atletico Madrid early in the season in the Champions League. And Atletico had like billions of shots on target. They couldn't get the win. PSG had like two shots, two goals. And they won 2-1 like in the last minute of the game. This is karma. It was a similar situation, but this time PSG was in the shit end of the stick and they lost.
Yeah. It was frustrating to see as because I thought. we both picked PSG. We thought it was gonna be a clear cut, and they showed why we picked them because they were playing really well. Allison just had an all-world performance, and yeah, but I'm sticking with PSG. I think, this time chances will fall for them. And Ousmane Dembele, his form has stuck through because I think on the weekend he scored another two goals. So I don't see it not happening.
With limited time, because on top of that, PSG rested like I think the whole 11 that played in the Champions League. So Dembele was only there for a couple of minutes, and he scored two goals in like the final minutes too. So
Yeah.
clearly his streak is still on. Well, they didn't score against Liverpool, but just goes to show you PSG is the deal. That goal that they conceded, a lot of it is Nuno Mendes' fault for not tracking back.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm happy it's gonna be at Anfield so they could show Anfield hype.
True.
You know how you say they pump that noise.
That they do. That they do. But
Then
what do we have next?
Leo Dortmund.
I'm not even excited for this match. I think the game's gonna tie and they're gonna go to penalties.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that. And then who do you have going through?
Going through, I don't know. I think it's a toss-up. When it comes to penalties, I'll go with Burki and Dortmund.
The German side? Yeah, never wrong picking the German side in penalties, but
Yeah,
I'm going with Leo.
interesting. Do you think they're gonna win out the match outright or penalties?
Yeah, outright. I think they're playing at home. I think they'll probably just push it through. Dortmund doesn't look great. Leo, I think they have a little more extra since because in the Champions League, where is it, group stage or qualifying stage?
Hmm.
Whenever they play big clubs, they produce. Like I think they played well against us, or was that Monaco? Can't remember, but I feel like I'll just go with them. I feel like they have it.
Next match, we'll just breeze through this one. We kind of brought it up already. Arsenal versus PSV. We got Arsenal winning, both of us.
Yeah.
PSV's they might fight back, but they're gonna have to leave themselves too open.
It's 7-1. I I think it's just over. It's stamped. I think we
Yeah,
could just
what's it called? Arteta could legit rotate his whole squad,
yeah.
and I think
But
they'll still make it competitive.
but Arteta doesn't rotate, so we know we're getting the exact same squad, and I feel like he's probably just gonna play defensive and go for any counterattacks.
Yeah. Again, Arsenal has a good defense, and I could see them doing that, just playing super defensive, and it's gonna be Arsenal's gonna win. There's no doubt about it. Um, what's our next match?
Aston Villa Club Brugge, 3-1 Aston Villa. I think it's also straightforward because they're also playing at home.
Hmm.
I don't see any way it doesn't happen, especially with the form currently that, Marco Asensio's in, Rashford's in. It's like brought new life to them.
Yeah, yeah, and I agree with
Yeah.
you. And then Dibu Martinez was also making like great saves in the first match. I don't think Bruges could get over that. Um, yeah. Sadly, I picked Bruges. I try to go the underdog way, but it looks tough playing in Villa. But yeah. Next one's probably the biggest one. Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. What do you think of Julian Alvarez's goal?
It was a great goal. It showed, his ability that's always been known since he's been at Man City. He's always shown that he's had potential to be world class. He just never had the opportunity with, him being there with Holland. He was always second fiddle. He would be playing out wide to accommodate for him,
Yeah.
and he would be, he wouldn't be getting the minutes or the role that he wanted. And now with Atletico, where they literally give you everything, the keys to everything in the offense, he's thriving and he's showing what we thought he was going to be in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed by Vinicius' performance. You're supposedly a great Champions League performer, which he has been in the past couple of years, but in this one he didn't show up. Probably to give credit to Atletico Madrid and how well they defended him. But Rodrigo, again, proving why I think Rodrigo is better than Vinicius. He shows out, and even the first goal, no one talks about it. Everyone's talking about Julian Alvarez's goal, but the goal he scored was amazing, and that's on his weak foot as well, and he just curves it in like nothing.
Yeah, it's very underrated. He's so underrated because I remember or I saw there's like like the YouTube channels from like the British shows.
Hmm.
They were doing a combined 11 of the best La Liga and Premier League 11, and he didn't even get a shout.
It sucks. He doesn't have the huge numbers. I think again, if he plays on that left wing, they sell Vinicius in this perfect world. He's bagging at least 20 goals a season.
But even that, he has a great track record of scoring goals in the Champions League.
Hmm.
And even in La Liga, it might be diminishing results because he might not have like the biggest eye-popping numbers, but they're still good numbers for being like third fiddle or fourth fiddle.
And again, he's an unselfish player as well, dude. Like you see him tracking back, and there was occasions where he was tracking back in that match as well. So
Yeah. And he's also versatile because he could play anywhere in the front three or he could play as a 10 and, play extremely well in any of those positions.
again, his take-ons, like he's not as flashy as Vinicius. He's just super efficient when his take-ons just body feints and go through. So shout out to him. Again, Mbappe didn't have the greatest match either, but that's he's probably coming off the toothache. That's what he got like an extraction done. I know that.
Yeah, but it's also you gotta remember you're going up against Atletico Madrid, and that's not the easiest defense to beat because they were mostly focusing on the left side in the beginning of the game, and that's why they left Rodrigo completely open. So that's why like most attacks in the first half were going through that right side, and then in the second half they adjusted,
Mhm.
and they were even playing a five in the back.
Yeah, and I was gonna say even Real Madrid, they didn't trust Lucas Vasquez in the right back role anymore. So it looks like they're gonna start Valverde as a right back. What are your thoughts on that?
It's upsetting in a way because this is a downfall that we brought on ourselves. Because I've been saying we've needed a new right back for a while now, and now it's unfortunate that we have to waste Valverde's talents on him playing right back, even though he's probably one of the best right backs in the world at playing it. Like he's so good at it, but like we could have used him in midfield for to energize it because towards the second half it sort of looked like they were getting tired,
Hmm.
but it's wasteful that for the rest of the season that we're gonna have to use him there.
I don't mind it, dude. It's more miles on his legs, less he more fatigue when we face each other. Maybe he's not at his top quality. And he's also coming off an injury too, so it's very surprising they're like risking him and putting him in that position where he's not comfortable and he has to go all the way up and then eventually come all the way back down.
Yeah, I can't. There's like I said, there's nothing to say. It's something that they brought on themselves because they didn't recruit. They didn't bring any recruitment in
Mhm.
January or the summer, and and now the next recruitment's hopefully gonna be Trent Alexander-Arnold, which you know how I feel about him.
They
So
were taking turns on him in the PSG match. And
yeah,
then
now it's
go ahead, my bad.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say Rudiger and Courtois are out for the next match, right? They're not playing this Champions League match.
Are they?
I think I saw Rudiger, he was out for 2 matches because of an injury. And it looks like he's not back until like the weekend after, potentially. But
I just
yeah,
saw that he was rested over the weekend.
I don't know. I think I saw it on a glimpse. Again, I haven't been on too much football Twitter.
Yeah, I thought they were just both rested.
Not sure. But we'll see when the lineup comes up. Rudiger hasn't been looking at his best, but then again, he hasn't been put in like a situation where it's like do or die. So,
Well, ever since he's come back from where he rushed coming back from an injury. He hasn't looked like he's been 100%, and I think that's because he rushed it. So I don't think he's fully fit, but
mhm.
he's him not fully fit is still better than any other option we have.
Yeah. But yeah, in this matchup, I have Atletico Madrid winning again. Hate watching continues for me. What do you got?
Yeah,
Obviously.
it's obviously Real Madrid. We have the lead. I, this is where it's tricky because you don't expect uh Atletico to still go for it even though they're behind. I think they're still going to play it safe and then hope for, another magic moment because they know their forwards can do it.
Yeah, they could low key. I see them trying to even go to penalties. Knowing them, they're probably trying to go to penalties. Because they
Yeah.
get that tying goal in aggregate, everything's gonna tense up again. And those are one of the few matches you do like it when it's like a tense match, not that many goals. Obviously, I like to see Madrid concede a lot of goals, but still, like one of the best matches are like tense matches where it's like teams are scared to go forward, but once they do, it's amazing football. But yeah, our next match is America versus Chivas.
Yeah,
Um,
this one's been rough. The past two games have been literal stinkers.
mhm. Where there's only
Uh
been one goal in the past two games, one of them being the own goal in the CONCACAF Champions League. So Chivas is up 1-0 in the aggregate.
yeah, this match has been nothing to write up for, but I'm going with America because, from the three matches, they have to get at least one win, right?
Yeah, I'm going with America too. The past two matches they've been playing, CONCACAF and League, were in Chivas' home stadium. So they America finally gets their home stadium, and I think it'll be a different game. Chivas is just super defensive. And again, America was taking advantage of both like time and space. They could have won the matches. They didn't. Again, I'm kind of glad that I didn't see those matches because apparently they were snooze fest.
Yeah.
Now we
And
have Europa
then,
League.
yep. And then we have Atletico Bilbao versus Roma.
Roma's up 2-1,
Yeah, they're playing the San Mames.
and I'm taking the home team. I'm taking Bilbao.
Yeah, we both have Bilbao. Even though they're behind, we've previously mentioned that San Mames is not an easy place to go to. And Bilbao is just, I think it's a different beast when they're play there.
Yeah. They haven't been performing up to their standards as well. I think they'll start doing it now. Again, San Mamés is a different stadium. You wouldn't think it'd be such a huge advantage, but when that crowd starts singing, it's insane. But yeah, it's definitely a match to watch if you've never seen like an Athletic Bilbao whole match. It's cool.
Yeah.
Next one is your boys
Then next week,
Frankfurt versus Ajax.
and Frankfurt's up 2-1 and they're playing at home. And I'm sticking with my boys.
I have a tie this game. I think Frankfurt holds out for like a 1-1, 2-2. Um, yeah, Ajax had the lead, but I don't know what happened. Frankfurt started taking over and took their chances. But
They knew I was having a bad week, so they tried to give me some happiness,
they had to give you one.
They had to give me something.
Next match is Manchester United versus Real Sociedad. They're both tied at 1. Snooze fest of a match, to be
Mhm.
honest.
Yeah, and they're playing at Old Trafford, which, no aura. If roof is leaking like that, that stadium has no aura. It's no theater of dreams. So, I think it's just a neutral site at this point.
I'm personally going with Manchester United. I'm giving them the slight edge at home. Um, yeah, I thought Sociedad was going to come out swinging a little bit more in the first match. Kubo kind of got shut down. I don't know. I can't trust Sociedad away, but that's who you got, to be honest, right?
Yeah, so see done. That's why I think I just slew their stadium like that.
Hey, you could slew their stadium and you could just throw a curveball and say something else. Next one too, it's Spurs versus AZ Alkmaar or Alkmaar or something like that. I told you
Yep.
this match was a good one. It was an own goal by the Swedish player. I think he's Swedish. Um,
Bergvall.
yep. And Spurs just kept attacking and couldn't convert a goal. But AZ Alkmaar, they played very well. They sustained the lead. I don't think it'll be enough though, and I got Spurs winning the match. Your prediction was pretty
Yeah.
wild.
What was my prediction?
You have AZ.
No, I don't.
You
I picked
don't?
Spurs.
Oh, my bad. Let me
I
search
was
it
like,
for.
what? I was
I don't
like,
know.
crazy.
Yeah, it looks like Spurs is their defenders are finally
Mm.
coming back.
Yeah,
Um, Again, they play all right, but you don't know what kind of Spurs you're gonna get. But I give them the edge. I don't think they've AZ Alkmaar has ever played like in a stadium in like the Tottenham Stadium or anything like that.
I'm giving it to Spurs because this is the only way Ange keeps his job, and I think he's gonna push all his chips towards the Europa League.
Hopefully, dude. Again, he plays attractive football, and I hope he stays on that squad.
Next, we have a Conference League with Copenhagen versus Chelsea.
Give me
If you
the free win.
first don't, if you first don't succeed, try again. And you know what, Copenhagen, I believe in you, and you will deliver results for me.
Give me Chelsea. They're playing at Stamford Bridge too. Just
Again, another stadium with no aura.
nah. Chelsea has like one of their many wingers is bound to do something. And like you said, if you first don't succeed, try again and swap out your winger for another one.
Yeah, I think they're trying that with their goalie, and then that's not working.
One of them is bound to work, dude. Now, I think the word out of the second goalie right now. They're using the ex Villarreal player at the
Yeah,
moment.
I no, I think they're swapping him out because he also had major mistakes earlier. I don't know if you've seen. It was like 2 weeks ago or something like that. He
He's
is
from.
not.
I've seen La Liga documentary. I'm surprised they paid that much for him. I think even Villarreal was surprised they paid that much for him. They're like, oh yeah, sure, you want him, take him.
Well,
We'll
think about
buy
it.
his plane ticket.
They bought Robert Sanchez from Brighton when he was their backup.
Yeah.
Because when the season they bought him, he had gotten demoted by Jason Steele, who
Hmm.
they're like their current goalkeeper is. And so he was the number one and Robert Sanchez was second, and yet they still paid like 20 million for him. So it goes to show you Chelsea and goalies, and that will be their downfall. Watch. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, I have Chelsea. Next match we have Man City versus Brighton, and
Saturday,
this is a
Premier
league
League.
match, right?
Yep.
Yeah. League match. I have Brighton. Man City literally just lost against Bournemouth, so give me Man City.
I'm going with
I
Man
mean, my
City.
bad, Brighton.
Oh, Jerry
My bad, my
Freudian
bad, my
slip
bad,
right there.
my bad, my bad.
Freudian slip. I'm
Uh,
going with Man City because I need them for, for a certain hate watch that I'm having currently.
yeah, you're trying to keep Chelsea out of the top four.
Yeah. And it's gonna happen. Man City, they let me down last week, and they're gonna make up for it this week.
Let's see it. Then we have a huge matchup in La Liga, Villarreal versus Real Madrid. Villarreal playing at home, that's the only advantage they do have. They've been having an inconsistent season, and Real Madrid having a great season so far. Could have been better, but yeah. And I'm taking Villarreal. The Champions League fatigue's gonna get to them, dude. Jesse, you heard it here first. They've been having bad La Liga runs, and this is another one.
Yeah, they're I don't even know. I don't even think I have to explain this when Real Madrid wins, and there we go.
Next one is Red Bull Leipzig versus Borussia Dortmund. I have Red Bull Leipzig, and as do you.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah.
I just don't see Dortmund this year. This year they're just yeah, the squad looks unrecognizable to me. They just look like shells of themselves. Dortmund looks a shell of themselves, and I think Leipzig has overall more talent than Dortmund this year, and I think it's just a difference.
Yeah, it looks like Hollywood. It looks like Dortmund's honeymoon phase is kind of fading away already. It hasn't been great results for them in the past couple of weeks. Champions League is kind of where like it started. They like started being inconsistent or like started like letting matches slip away. I don't know how much they could keep this forward. Again, they're in 10th place and Leipzig is in 6th, so they're kind of battling for those European spots. And again, Leipzig can't let those get past them. And I'm looking right now at their previous couple matches for Dortmund. They lost against Augsburg. They tied against Lille. They beat St. Pauli. They beat Union Berlin, but then they tied. But again, yeah, two bad matches, and then the Champions League fatigue is gonna eventually get them. They don't have a super huge squad either.
Yep. And then next we have is Como versus Milan.
Give me AC Milan. They're bound to fucking hit something.
Really, it's becoming a season to forget for them. And Como, they keep rising up. They have my boy Nico Paz, and watch him deliver another stellar performance again.
AC Milan just got a win last weekend, 3-2. Santi Jimenez scored. We're riding that horse right now. Um, Arsenal versus Chelsea in the huge matchup for the Premier League. What is it, 2 versus 4 at the moment?
Yes.
Yeah, just give me Arsenal. Oh, I went
Yeah,
Chelsea actually. My bad.
you went Chelsea, I went Arsenal. I know, guys, shocking, surprising, but like I said, I have an agenda against Chelsea, and I need Arsenal to, you know what? Back me up on this one, do me a favor.
What if they lose? I don't think you'd be. I don't think you'd
If
mind it.
who?
You,
Arsenal lose?
yeah.
If Arsenal lose, I'll be very upset, Jerry. I don't even know the level the things I will say about Arsenal off screen. I, I might get me arrested, Jerry, if they lose.
Next match is Atletico Madrid versus FC Barcelona.
Yeah, this is gonna be a classic 1-1 match. It's gonna end in a draw, and everyone walks away happy.
You got a draw.
Yeah,
I have FC Barcelona. Not much to say. They are the favorites, and they are one of the better ones. Atletico Madrid has a tougher matchup than we do actually in the Champions League, so that's what I'm going off of. Hey, Real Madrid, if you guys win the match, go through. I don't care. Just exhaust these other guys, and I'll be happy. You know?
no, Jerry. Athletic Madrid, they don't play by that rules. You run out there until you can't, and that's exactly what they're gonna do against Barcelona, and they're gonna settle for a draw.
Eh, we'll see. And on top of that, Barcelona's actually rested. Again, they didn't play this past weekend. The team doctor passed away suddenly, so they have that advantage of playing one less match than Atletico Madrid, which they just lost against Getafe. So
Exactly. So that's why they're gonna get a draw.
then we have Fiorentina versus Juventus in the Serie A. It's a great matchup. Give me Fiorentina. Juventus has not been panning out for me. I had enough of them. Give me Fiorentina. Get Mota out.
Whoa, whoa, let's relax there, Jerry. Mota's my boy. He was also yours. I see you see that's Jerry's true colors. He switches up. He doesn't have loyalty, guys. Obviously, he supports Barcelona. Who supports Barcelona with loyalty? But
You
this
should have
one was
seen
a
my
tough one.
starting 11 like 4 years ago, bro. We had Serginho Dest playing as a right winger. We had Braithwaite, who we spent 10 million on instead of Holland playing striker.
Hey, that's your problem, not mine. But yeah, this one was a tough one for me, guys. I love both these clubs. But I felt I had to, I have to make up for last week. I had to pick Juve too, I just felt like they gave me the better odds.
Then we have a huge matchup, Atalanta versus Inter. Atalanta looks like they're self-imploding, but then again, that doesn't look like it. They completely destroyed Napoli this past weekend. I'm giving Atalanta the edge, and I'm going with them just because they have a whole week to plan out the Inter match.
Yeah, and I'm going with Inter because there still obviously can be frictions between uh, Lockman and
Gasperini.
Gasperini. Yeah. So that and also Inter, this is a title race. They can't afford to drop points right now. And they have the most veteran squad, so they know how to win these type of games.
The higher legs, Jesse, they're old. They're gonna be sore from the Champions League matchups, dude.
Nah, it's Feyenoord.
And last but not least, this is the Liverpool versus Newcastle. It's a final of the EFL Cup. When is this Saturday?
Sunday, 11:30 a.m.
Sunday, 11:30 a.m.
our time.
Central Standard Time. They are playing in the mythical Wembley Stadium. Who do you got?
I've got Newcastle, the underdog. Uh, vibes pick, really.
Honestly, I'm going with Liverpool. Um, they're gonna lose against PSG in the Champions League. They're gonna have to make it up for it for getting knocked out, and they're gonna have to go super hard. Salah's gonna get like three penalties, so it's gonna score a penalty hat trick. I think Newcastle isn't ready. And on top of that, isn't like Barnes suspended for this match?
Gordon.
Anthony Gordon, he's suspended for this match.
Exactly. That's why I'm going with the underdog. Underdog story.
I wouldn't mind if Newcastle wins, you know? That'd be cool too. It puts less on Salah's resume for the Ballon d'Or because he's kind of they're trying to PR him into it. That man has like 16 fucking not Premier League. He has 16
Penalties.
penalty goals. Like, come on. Like we gotta stop with that. Penalty goals again, they're crucial when they are, but if you're getting an abundance of them and that's how you're scoring, I don't think you deserve that award.
Jerry, they've been comparing him to Ronaldo and Messi this season.
I know.
The
I
PR
hate it.
has been in the works.
I hate it. I fucking hate it. It's like it's not even. Oh my God, this is Ronaldo and Messi's worst season. That's the funniest part.
Listen, Jerry, we've been knowing that this is how the Premier League works. Ronaldo and Messi aren't here, so now they're finally thought they could creep in. And look, they got it their way last year, and now they're going to try to force their way this year again.
So now you gotta hope for Rafinha to get that Ballon d'Oro, Jesse.
No, Jerry.
Who?
Mm-mm. Hey, listen, I'll back Salah. I don't care.
I'm back, Salah. Just everything you just said, throw it out the window.
Hey, Jerry, listen, my hatred for Barca is bigger than my hatred for the Premier League.
All right, guys, we're about to do our next segment. We're gonna have a special guest, Chela. We're gonna talk about the Bears. So stay tuned. Give us a second.
Okay. Welcome back, guys. We are here with our special guest, Chela, and
Yo,
we'll be talking about some recent NFL moves that have happened.
Yes,
oh yeah, man. There's been a lot and like a lot of moves, crazy moves too.
I had
Uh,
no idea it was it wasn't officially the first day of what's the financial fair play of free agency. He said it was the 12th, right?
yeah, officially the 12th players can sign with the team, but today is like the official legal tampering that's allowed. So yeah, so I don't know if a lot of these confirmed deals will actually go through, but yeah, it's crazy what we got going on.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure. Yeah, but more specifically, we're going to talk about the Bears, dude. I'm finally glad, and I'm sure you guys are too. We're getting an O-line and not going cheap. They pretty much had
I
me and Jesse out there last season.
Bro, I was ready to suit up. I had one more fucking player got injured. I was ready, bro.
Dude, pay me $1 million. I'll take a hit. Fuck it.
But yeah, dude, that's crazy. Like they literally revamped the whole O line. They keep the two
Tackles.
sides. That's it, right? Yeah,
Yeah, they only kept the two tackles. And then, but they were trying to look for a replacement for the left tackle because he's not the one well, we did draft him, but not like the good one because
yeah.
he was like a fifth round pick.
Okay. So they're trying to look for an upgrade.
Yeah, and we went crazy, dude. We got the guard from the Rams. We got who else? Oh my God, why am I drawing a blank? The Chiefs guy, right?
Yeah, the guard from the Chiefs, yeah, and
Hmm.
then also the center from
The center from the Falcons.
Delman.
Falcons.
You know
That
what? Speaking of that center from the Falcons, I've been reading all day today since they got confirmed that they're saying we overpaid for him. I don't think so. I sure he's on the older side, but I think he's gonna be a great fit for Chicago.
I thought he was like only 26 years old.
Yeah, but
No,
I guess people are. I think 28. I think.
I think the 26 one was the one from the Rams we got was the
Hmm.
guard.
Even
Yeah,
even though like Delman is not bad for a center, because keep in mind like how old was Jason Kelsey when he retired, and he was really fucking good.
yeah, He
and
was a
people were
beast.
saying he could have kept playing next year. So I'm like, the contracts are only going to get higher. So in hind, like I don't know, not hindsight. I keep wanting to say hindsight for some fucking reason, but uh, yeah, I think over the next couple of years, if he does end up playing good, we're gonna be like, oh, we got him in a cheap value.
Hmm. Hell
And
yeah.
plus, and plus, I'm not worried, especially because Turney, I think the guy from the Chiefs that we got, he's
Hmm.
known to help develop lines. Like he developed a whole line for like the Chiefs, and they're like really good. So I think it just helps that we brought in like younger guards who like they're still mid-20s, so they could still develop and help them grow. And then maybe in the draft we could like stash a couple like O-line, and he keeps helping them develop eventually to overtake the left tackle spot.
Hmm. All right, so
So
now
go ahead, my bad.
now that the Bears have this new revamped O line, right? What do you guys think the Bears are going to focus on with number 10? I
That's
know there's a lot of people that still want to uh, bring in what was the guy something Campbell, Will
mhm.
Campbell,
Mhm. Yeah, Will
bring
Campbell.
him in. But then there's also a bunch of people that want Genty, the running back, to come in as well. Uh, Knowing Ben Johnson, do you think he's gonna do the same thing he did in Detroit, even though like he traded Swift away to have Sonic and Knuckles over there? Do you think he's gonna do something similar?
I think so. I think he does look for a new running back. I don't know if free agency or in the draft, but I think it's shown that he doesn't really like Swift because he was the one that traded him away. I think at 10, if he does go for a running back, I think what he does is he trades back, and then if Jonty's there, he gets Jonty. But I think if he does trade back, I think the best option is Omarion Hampton from UNC. Who I think is the best back in the draft.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I was texting Jesse before, I think today that Will Campbell, like you just said, they want to draft him, and at first it didn't seem like super achievable because of what everyone was looking for. I follow Tankathon a lot. I don't know about you guys. I follow their mock draft as much as possible.
Hmm.
They had Will Campbell going like at to the Patriots at number 4 at one point. Now he's dropping all the way down to the Bears, and it looks like no one else is gonna draft an O lineman. So I don't know what they do. Personally, if Will Campbell's dropping that low, we could still get Kelvin Banks or the guy from Ole Miss. I think the Bears should probably trade back a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to if they did do that.
Is it?
What do you guys think of the fucking I'm sorry for that swearing. For all
No, you're good.
the two other guys the Bears signed that I believe
Beeline,
he's the defensive tackle and then Grady Garrett, I believe is the guy's name.
yeah, from the Falcons, yeah, and then the other one was from the Colts. I
Yeah,
know,
what's it? Dio or the Yingbo or something like that, I believe is his name.
yeah, something I can't tell you,
Yeah, not even try.
but I know I don't think it's bad moves. I think Garrett, last year we had trouble because who was it that got injured? Andrew
Um,
Billings? No,
I'm trying to blank.
Yeah, couldn't tell
because I
you.
remember Ben Johnson said, yeah, as soon as he went down, the run game significantly got easier against the Bears. And I think he's brought preventive measures because Ray Jarrett, like, he's been really good for the Falcons for a couple years
Cousin.
now. And plus, we also lacked sacks a whole lot. So just
Hmm.
bringing another sack artist helps. I know the Colts guy, he he's also a pass rush specialist. He's supposed to try, take some pressure off Monte Sweats, and he's pretty young. I think he's like 25, 26. So, hopefully he keeps developing around the team. So I think they're solid moves. It's not like they overpaid, considering like Miles Garrett's getting paid, but like 40 million, right?
Crazy amount of money. Yep.
And this guy's we only paid him like 16 million, which is really solid for like a pass rusher.
Yeah,
Hmm.
48 million and 32 million guaranteed. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
over what
bad.
three years, right?
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
that's
Like they're setting
not
up a
bad.
decent line. Again, like getting the Miles Garrett, you're probably gonna have to pay like a nut, and that probably would we if we would have gotten Miles Garrett, we probably wouldn't been able to sign like half of the guys we just signed.
Absolutely.
So they're
And
not
I
bad
feel
moves.
like with all these guys we did bring in, it only makes our stuff better, especially on defense. Like last year, we already had arguably a top 10 defense at one point. So bringing all these guys in is just it's just going to make us better, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, plus last year the only thing we really lacked was like sacks, and we couldn't get that because
Mm-mm.
Monte Sweats was getting triple team because there was
Hmm.
no one else to go there. And now we just brought in two more guys to do it. And plus we also have another year of developed what was the rookie? Booker? Austin Booker, I
Hmm.
think.
Yeah.
So hopefully he steps up like another level and we get another monster defense.
What do you think the Bears do with the pick, Chilla? I don't think you answered.
As far as the pick, realistically, I hope they do pick a running back, whether that be Gentry or somebody else. That'd be cool to see. I hope they don't bring in a wide receiver for whatever reason. You know, it, for me, I'd say either running back or get an offensive lineman or a defensive lineman. Bring them in.
Yeah, it's crazy that you mentioned the wide receiver because I don't think we have that much money on the cap though
Mm-mm.
as cap space. So and we haven't signed a wide receiver, and we're supposed to try to get uh what's it called, Keenan Allen back.
So, so now that you mentioned that, I was reading earlier today, and I've been following this story for a little bit now.
Mhm.
Um, the Bears and a lot of the Bears players have strong interest in bringing in Cooper Cup. I saw today that if the Rams don't find a suitable trade partner for him, they're actually just going to cut him. And so, thinking, I was like, he's on the older side. Maybe he wants a run at another ring. Would he possibly come to the Bears?
Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good. It's interesting. I don't know if I would want Cup if it's a like a super friendly deal. Fuck it, why not?
Hmm.
But I don't think it's what we need. Like Jesse said, I think probably the best thing. Like we just need a fast guy. We need like a
Yeah.
J-Mo
Yeah.
because DJ Moore and this guy and what's it
And
called?
Odunze.
Odunze, they're not super fast. They don't have fast acceleration, but they're
Hmm.
good in the slot, like medium receiving. But I think we need a super fast guy.
Yeah. I agree.
How do you guys feel that? Because I know we were linked a whole lot to a reunion with Khalil Mack. How do you feel that now that he's resigned with the Chargers?
Not bad.
Man, you know what? Let him stay over there. He what was it 1 year for 18 million. Keep
Yeah,
his ass over there, dude. I would have not paid that for what is he 32, 33, 34, something like
yeah,
that. He's up there in age, like bro. Just he just wants his money at this point. He don't care about winning.
that's crazy. 18 million for one season, and oh my God, he's not gonna have the best numbers either because he doesn't have Joey Bosa next to him again.
Yeah,
Well, he didn't have him
that,
all last season either, but that's
yeah. It's
crazy.
funny because he kept on saying like when he talked to the Bears, he's like, "Oh, I don't want to be the main centerpiece of the Bears. Like if I do come, I just want to be an asset to you guys." And he stays where he's gonna be the main centerpiece of that defense. It's crazy to me.
Yeah,
I don't know his thought process behind that one.
too
You
crazy,
know
bro.
what I find interesting though.
What?
What do you guys think about this fucking situation? Uh, Justin Fields to the Jets.
I'm
I think
happy for
that's
him in general.
I think hey listen, he got paid money, 40
Mhm.
million, that's good money. Like we wouldn't laugh at 40 mil thrown down on our face.
Absolutely not.
And he gets
But
a
I
starting
think
job too.
Yeah, he's a starter because Aaron Rodgers is gone.
but I think the biggest problem for me is for him signing with the Jets is first there's always gonna be pressure because it's the New York market. So he has to perform to a certain extent. But now he's also gonna who's gonna be the offensive coordinator for that team? Because
True.
that's the person who can be in charge of that offense. So
Yep.
he's better hope to get a good person. But the Jets have shown to be dysfunctional the entire time. And who are his wide receivers now? Because like besides Garrett Wilson, everyone else left.
It
Yeah.
looks like they're being mocked to draft the wide receiver from Arizona. What's his name? McMillan.
Okay.
So they're gonna pair him up with Garrett Wilson. And then on top of that, Brees Hall, he still has Brees Hall there, bro. Like and we all forgot about him totally, dude. Like last year, it was a just fluke year because Aaron Rodgers did not want to pass to him.
Hmm. Yep.
And then
What
on
Yeah,
top
but
of
speak?
that, what the
Yeah.
argument would be like the O line, like it's not there, but he's played in the Bears. He knows how to play without an O line.
Hmm.
yeah, but is he just gonna revert back to what he was with the Bears, and he's just gonna be running to save his life?
I think so. He's gonna do like I think it's really more like the his final year in the Bear where he was throwing a little bit and like having so like great rushing games. Dude, he's still a good quarterback, and I'll say it to this day.
Yeah. I personally, I wonder how things would have played out with Justin Fields had we done what we're doing with Caleb Williams now with him.
Mhm.
I
Yeah, it's always that
definitely,
big ass what if with that, right?
yeah.
Because he didn't have a bad last season again. He got what 7 wins when he
Hmm.
was injured for a majority of them too, or like the losses.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
Man, it's crazy.
Still happy for him.
What about Tyreek Stevenson? Last year, he sort of, he had that big moment where the Hail Mary was distracted. I know I've seen a lot of people saying that they want to replace him. Do you guys think we should draft someone to replace him or sign someone to replace him or just give him more time?
I think it was just a dumb move that happened there. I don't think he's a bad player by any means. As far as replacing him, I don't think so. Maybe include some competition. So in case another mess up like that does happen, you know how Ben Johnson has said, be comfortable getting uncomfortable. Like there's gonna be a lot of competition. If you mess up, hey man, be prepared. Your spot isn't guaranteed.
Yeah, I agree with Chella. Obviously it sucks that he was taunting and it didn't end up going his way. Let's be honest, it was a fucking Hail Mary. No one was
Uh,
expecting that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he's a bad player. He's a very good I'm not saying he's like no Jalen Johnson, but he's a completely different player where he knows how to pressure the quarterback and he knows how to bring like the big people down. Like I think he's able to tackle Derrick Henry,
yeah.
and that's what we need.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
You don't like
he's all
So,
Stevenson?
right. I think he's all right. Because I remember that draft. I remember I was telling Jerry I wanted Brian Branch. He went to the
uh,
Lions and he's really good. I also want Christian Gonzalez and he's really good. And like a
Yeah.
couple other ones. But yeah, we've got Tyreek Stevenson. And I think he's an all right player. My biggest worry is that because we have Jalen Johnson on the other side, and then we have Gordon. I think they're going to target Stevenson more. So I think he has to be ready. And if he doesn't step up, it's going to become such a vital weak point for the defense.
yeah.
Again, he didn't have a bad season last season, you know? That was only that one big fuck up that's like putting everything into question about him.
I was questioning him a lot before that.
I don't know. I don't know,
So,
man.
question. So with all the moves that have been going on currently with in the NFC, with Sam Darnold leaving the Vikings, Ben Johnson leaving the Detroit, and a bunch of their players leaving too. Do you guys think the Bears have a legit chance of either being first or second in our division?
Yeah, I think we have a good chance to be first because the way I see it is Detroit, I believe, is going to take an obvious step back. They lost so much of their coaching staff, like so much of their play calling was relied on that coaching staff that's left. So now we're getting a completely new play callers. So, and I think that's going to dictate a lot. And we've seen Jared Goff struggle if he doesn't, have someone curate the game to him. So he might regress a lot. So it's gonna be tough. We also saw last year that their defense was injured and completely gone. So maybe they're like better now with their defense back, but injuries makes a player different. It's not always the same player they're getting back.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
And
think
then
they're
with
gonna take a huge hit on like defense specifically because Aaron Glenn was so fucking good what he was doing with even the backups. So I
yeah,
think probably that's where they're gonna suffer.
and then with Green Bay, I don't trust Jordan Love. I think he's very inconsistent. Sometimes he can win a game, sometimes he just looks like a game manager that got lost.
Yep.
So
But
I
but
really
but you always have that one part where you get Jordan Love in Toyotathon. And he throws like the most touchdowns he's ever thrown.
Yeah.
And then also the two games that we played against them were very close. And if the kick goes either way, we might have two wins against Green Bay. And I think we can be even better next year. And I think they're going to stay around the same.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't be I wouldn't be mad at a 1-1 this upcoming season against Packers. But yeah, I definitely think the worst team in our division is going to be the Vikings. I am in between saying I want to say the Packers because they didn't get worse, they didn't get better. They're very standstill. I have them going second and Detroit third and having Bears first.
that's an interesting take. I don't think the Lions are going to be, not the Lions. I don't think the Vikings are going to be that bad. See, I'm gonna be as real as possible. I think the Vikings get the first spot just because they still have a good defense with Brian Flores. We thought he was gonna get a coaching job. He didn't.
Mhm.
I think the Bears are second, the Packers third, and the Lions fourth in the division. Just again, the Lions are gonna. There's gonna be a transition year. I don't think they're gonna be shit forever. I think probably at the second half of the season they'll start getting things together, but it's gonna be too little, too little, too little, too late.
So who do the Vikings have as their quarterback now that Sam Darnold's gone?
McCarthy.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's that's not even confirmed because
Hmm.
he's coming back from injury and they're still looking at veteran options because I know they've been linked with Aaron Rodgers. Uh, Daniel Jones might take over until like
Russell Wilson.
McCarthy, yeah, Russell Wilson. So they might get an older quarterback, and I think that limits them. And even if JJ McCartney starts, I don't know. He's still a question mark. We don't know what he is.
Yeah. But still, dude, like their offense didn't change too much, you know? Their offense and defense didn't lose too many pieces. They didn't um their team's gonna like remain consistent. I think if anything, they're the only team that's gonna like remain similar. Other than the Packers, but the Packers have a bunch of question marks to them.
Oh yeah.
Plus,
I
it's
don't
Jay
know.
Jetta, dude. You could put me as quarterback. I'll look for him. I'll toss that bitch up.
Yep.
I don't know. I think the Vikings finished last, Green Bay third, Lions line second, and then the Bears.
Yeah. I mean, we'll definitely see because free agency just about to start. We'll see who signs where. Um, hopefully we revisit this at the end of free agency, maybe before the NFL draft, and then we'll see what happens there.
That's the worst part about this, dude. Now, like free agency, the draft next month, and then after that, we have to wait like 6 fucking months. It's like,
Yeah.
and just to be disappointed again. Fuck. And repeat the cycle.
Yeah.
No, but I have optimism for well, not the first time. I saw the Hard Knocks last year, and that shit got me hyped up for no reason.
Oh yeah,
Listen,
dude.
we can never have Hard Knocks ever again. That's
Please.
Hard Knocks
Bro,
is a drug. Look at what
I
it's done the past 2 years. It did it to us. The year before it was Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Everyone was so hyped for them. They were the Super Bowl contenders, and then he loses his leg.
Oh my God. The Hard Knocks curse
yeah.
is fucking real, bro.
Bro, as soon as I saw the first episode, I'm like, yo, the Bears, they're gonna do a dynasty, three-peat back to back to back. They're not losing. I was so
Bro,
hyped.
they had the Bulls music playing. They had Michael Jordan. Dude, I was in it. I was so they
Yep,
sold me. I was like, I'm done. Yeah, we're it.
yep.
This is it. And you know
Random
what?
random question. Do you guys watch the Hard Knocks in season one? Because I feel like I can't.
No, I did not, to be honest.
Mm,
I
not the same.
watched the last the one where they did one team, and now I did with the whole conference. The whole conference is too much that you don't care. I feel like I didn't care last year, at least with the Dolphins one. I'm like, okay, I sort of understood like the players and people. But with the conference, I feel like there's so much going on that you're like, hey, I don't care about any of these people.
Mm. Yeah, I had a hard time getting into it. I think it's just because there's so much football during the season. I don't want to keep watching more football.
Yeah.
Do you,
And I
do you
know the
guys think
outcome.
they do? Do you guys think they they do the off-season one again with the like they did with the Giants last year?
I hope so. That one was pretty awesome.
I think I saw a couple episodes. I don't think I saw the whole thing though.
You missed it, Chella. He legit told Saquon Barkley like, hey, you could hit free agency, but you're gonna hit us back up, right? If they give you an offer, you'll let us match it if we want. And Saquon's like, what? Like, no.
He's like, "Fuck no,
And now that guy's job is into question because he can't sign anyone.
nuts."
Yeah,
So, oh, go ahead, Jesse.
he tried to sold Saquon on taking millions of dollars pay cut to stay with the Giants just because he'll be honored in the Giants Hall of Fame.
Man, fuck those guys.
Like,
Yeah, like I'm
so glad he
that's
did it.
cr that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So now he's still officially the highest paid running back, right?
Yeah, 20 million a year.
Damn.
Well, no wonder the fucking Eagles lost that bunch of players. You know,
They lost the
Yeah,
cap
it's
space.
crazy.
Hey man, he won it once. I'm not gonna root for him again, so he better lose it next year. And we're facing the Eagles' first game too.
yeah.
Well, it's okay because we built up our defensive line and they lost their defensive line. So now we're gonna dominate.
But they have Cooper DeJean.
That's the secondary.
Jesse,
We're running that ball.
that man's gonna lock us up, Jesse. We're losing because of him.
Yeah, dude, we have such a hard schedule. I hate it looking at it.
What was it? Don't we have like the hardest schedule?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
so you can pull it off and I'll try to pull it up.
Let me see. I got it. Oh, what? I just lost it.
Let's say, can I share my screen or something? But yeah, we're pretty
I
much
know.
facing the all the best teams in the league.
Yeah, I know. At some point at home, we faced the Steelers. Uh,
I'm not too afraid of the Steelers at home. Away, that would have been different.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Away, we're
Thinking
playing the Raiders, the Niners, the Bengals, Ravens, Commanders. That Commanders game we better win. The Eagles, the Vikings, and the Packers.
dude, I am the biggest Daniels hater. I fucking hate that guy, dude.
Thank you. Thank you. Someone joins me. I'm
Dude,
over
I
here
hate
with
him.
Jerry, and he's
Dude,
over here glazing him like crazy, dude.
you're
I
acting like he
hate him
fucking
so.
murdered a puppy, bruh. He's good. You guys gotta
Now,
admit that he's fucking good.
listen to this man over here.
I can't,
Listen,
Brand. He might be a good player, but he fucked my team, and for that reason alone, I hate him.
No, you know who fucked your team? Aberflus. Like, don't
Yeah,
blame Jaden Daniels.
no, Jerry, I hate everyone that did that, and not just you're putting it on
everyone in
Eberflus.
that team.
Everyone that did that, I hate him.
Oh
You're
my
not enough
God.
of a hater, Jerry. You need more hate in your heart.
He's good, bro. Like, what can I say?
Nah, Jerry, quit glazing, dude.
He topped CJ Stroud's like rookie season. Like that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
And
Okay, and look what
plus, you
happened with
gotta he was my fantasy quarterback, bro. I gotta glaze him. He
yeah,
brought me to the
yeah,
championship.
yeah, Jerry. I don't care. I don't care.
Fuck
So is
Daniels,
there a
man. I
chance you guys draft him next year in fantasy football?
absolutely
No,
not.
no, Jerry. I'm faithful. Look at me, Jerry. I've drafted Kyle Pitts every year.
I'm in our fantasy league. I'm again gonna go two tight ends back to back.
Please stop.
I'm
It
I'm
crumbled
telling
on
you,
you last season, Chile.
It did. Man. Well, it would have worked out in the long run, but I traded both of my drafted tight ends. Traded Kelsey and Mark Andrews.
Oh, true. Literally the next week
Man.
they started going off. I'm like, oh, okay,
Yep.
cool.
Man, fuck those guys.
I'm not drafting a single Commanders player next year.
Oh, that's great for me. Chilla, you had Brian Robinson. You cannot say
I
no.
did. I did have Brian Robinson.
You know what? I might actually just draft him just to keep him in the jail on my bench.
John,
On your bench,
that's
that's it.
diabolical.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. That's crazy. Um, who do you guys think is the favorite winning the Super Bowl? I know we're so far ahead, but who do you think of the team right now with what's going on and everything. He's the best.
that that's currently happened.
Hmm.
I think
As much
I
as I hate to say it, uh,
the Chiefs.
top top three. Yeah, I'm gonna say Chiefs, Eagles, and I'm gonna put the Commanders up there with they picked up some nice guys. I hate them, but I think they're gonna be up there, dude. They had
Nah,
a good
Kelly, you're not
playoff
enough of a
run.
hater. Not enough of a hater. Not enough of a hater.
I hate
Nope.
to say it, man, but I
No,
think they're
you
gonna be up
see, if you hate to say it, don't say it.
there.
I'm going Eagles, Chiefs, and who else looks good? You know what? I think the Texans bounce back.
They don't have an
Okay.
O-line still. They literally
Jerry,
they traded one of their linemen away for a bunch of picks.
yeah, Jerry, and he was a sack artist because he was giving all the sacks, and they gave him away to the Commanders. You know how you said he beat Stroud's rookie record?
Yeah.
Stroud had a sophomore slump that was well documented, and that's what's gonna happen in Jaden McDaniels.
Jaden Daniels. You're talking about the
Jerry, I'm not talking about his real name. I'm not saying his real name.
uh yeah, I think the Eagles have the biggest one. I'm surprised you guys are saying Chiefs. They're aging. They just lost like a bunch of players too. And I don't
Yeah,
think
but
Chiefs are should be huge favorites. I think the Bills might win too.
no, but Jerry, remember there was Chiefs fatigue, and now there's gonna be a bunch more people that are gonna like, oh, but they just lost, so let's give them, sympathy votes, and they're gonna become America's darling again.
The Cowboys, bro.
Yep, I see that exactly happening, man.
The Cowboys are gonna win everything. They haven't even
Oh,
signed it.
get it,
Well,
But
they've
the
signed one
Cowboys.
guy.
Cowboys,
Bro, it's never
Cowboys.
too early to say that the fucking Cowboys are already out of the playoff contention.
You're announcing it
Never
now?
too early. Right now,
Yeah,
bro. They're gonna go at most they're gonna win 2 games. And I
Oh
hope both
man.
games are against the Commanders if they play against them.
Question. This is a draft question. Do you guys really see Shador going top 10? Or
No,
is there a
I
chance he
dude,
falls?
I've been seeing in a lot of like news reports that he's his draft stock's been falling down. They're saying that he might even drop down in the second round.
I think that's pure smokescreen that people are putting up so they could, mess with the draft boards, and that's what happens currently. Like certain people fall so they could get them.
I wonder how much of that goes into the game of that. Like, I want to know who's paying reporters. But yeah, I see him going to a big market. He's either going to New York or Raiders. We know that. I don't think he's going to any of those
Yeah.
small market teams.
It'd be interesting seeing him go to the Raiders and having Tom Brady, having
I
his
don't know about the
expertise.
I don't know about the Raiders anymore because they just got Geno Smith and they're gonna give him a big contract.
That's true. That's
Oh, that's
true.
right. I completely forgot about Gino. Dang,
How crazy would it be if he falls all the way down to Dallas?
that'd be nuts.
I don't know if Dallas takes him because they still have Dak Prescott on their books.
They are a marketing team. I see Jerry Jones getting him just for the pure fact of his market. They'll probably try to trade this other dude, Dak, but honestly, Dak had a horrible year last year. Fucked me over with CD Lamb. But
Weren't they saying that towards the latter half of the season that after he got injured, considering I think it's his last year on his contract, uh, that possibly he gets bought out of his contract, so they do bring in
no,
Sanders.
I thought he just signed a huge contract.
Yeah, I think he just signed a new contract.
Did he? Oh, okay.
So it's
I
like,
think,
yeah, they're gonna have to trade him away. And I could see Jerry Jones doing it, you know.
but even if you do trade him away, you still get a cap hit. So I don't know if they're willing to take that
Yeah.
Who would
because
he go to? Who needs a quarterback?
I don't
Mm,
know.
Giants. Giants need a
Mm.
quarterback.
Yeah, I think if that GM's trades for Dak Prescott, I think they might, crucify him.
Let's be honest, we can't put it past him. Dude, we can't put it past him. He's gonna I I could see him doing it. I don't know. It's just a
How
wild
much
scenario.
how much do you think guys think Brock Purdy gets paid? And how much do you think is his real value?
He's probably gonna
Oh,
get like Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence money, 350 mil. Real value is probably like one 200.
yeah, I think around that ballpark, it doesn't sound too far off, to be honest. Sounds like a fair enough contract.
You could probably be
Because
douchebags and like franchise tag him.
Yeah. Uh, Random as hell, but did you guys see there was a notification earlier that there is possibly a Chase trade
Yeah.
because of his contract?
Yeah. They let DK get 150 mil. They're gonna have to pay this guy fucking everything. They're gonna have to make him
Oh
an
yeah.
owner.
and plus they're still trying to negotiate with T. Higgins to try to keep him.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, they're trading one of them, but they're not keeping both.
If so, where does he land?
Honestly,
Jamar Chase.
whoever offers the most picks.
Yeah.
I
Man.
don't even know because you also got to find a team that has enough cap space to give him the money he wants. Because if they don't give him the money he wants, he's probably going to leave.
Jaguars?
Maybe
Jaguars they have the cap space and they need wide receivers. They just literally released Kirk.
Vegas. They need a star.
Yeah. But do they have the cap space though? They just paid Max Crosby too.
Yeah, true, true.
But yeah. Any closing thoughts, guys?
Oh, one last one. Prediction. Tyreek Hill. He wants to leave Miami. Where's he going?
He goes back to
He
the
goes.
Chiefs.
He goes back to the Chiefs.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him. Man, what if it no, that wouldn't work. I was gonna say, what if he went to someone in our division, but I don't think anybody has the money for that.
Yeah, he's gonna want a lot too.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Chela, thank you for joining a part of this and talking
Hell
about
yeah, man.
Bears. Uh,
All
we're,
Bears.
we're gonna have to have you soon again. Jesse, you're gonna lose your predictions again. Um, but yeah, thank you guys. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.